an armful now, Mary, with those 20 pounds you've gained.
I've gotten too fat, you mean, dear. I really ought to reduce.
None of that, my lady. You're just right. No talk of reducing. Is that why you ate so little breakfast?
So little. I thought I ate a lot.
You didn't. Not as much as I'd like to see, anyway.
Oh, you. You expect everyone to eat the enormous breakfast you do. No one else in the world could without dying of indigestion.
Oh, well, not as big a glutton as that sounds. But thank God I've kept my appetite. And of the young digestion of a young man of 20. If I am 65.
Sure we have, James. There's no denying that. Why did the boys decide to stay in the dining room, I wonder?
Yeah.
Kathleen is waiting to clear the table.
That's a secret confab they don't want me to hear, I suppose. They're always cooking up some scheme to touch the old man. There's nothing like that first after-breakfast cigar, if it's a good one. This new lot has the right mellow flavor. A great bargain, too. I got them dead cheap. It was McGuire put me onto them.
I hope he didn't put you onto a new piece of property at the same time. His real estate bargains don't always work out so well.
I wouldn't say that, Mary. After all, it was McGuire who advised me to buy the place on Chestnut Street. And I made a quick turnover on it for a fine profit.
I know, the one famous stroke of good luck. I'm sure McGuire never dreamed. Oh, never mind. I know it's a waste of breath to try to convince you that you're a cunning real estate speculator.
I've no such idea. But land is land, and it's safer than the stocks and bonds of Wall Street swindlers. Let's not argue about business this early in the morning.
James, it's Edmund that you should scold for not eating enough. He hardly touched anything but coffee. He has to eat to keep up his strength. I keep telling him that, but he says he simply has no appetite. Of course. A summer cold is the one thing that takes away your appetite.
Yes, it's only natural, so you mustn't let yourself get worried.
I'm not. I know he'll be fine in a few days if he just takes care of himself. But it does seem a shame that he should be sick right now.
Yes, it is bad luck. But you mustn't let it upset you, Mary. Remember, you have yourself to take care of, too.
I'm not upset. There's nothing to be upset about. What makes you think I'm upset?
Why, nothing. Except you've been a bit high-strung the past few days.
I have. Oh, nonsense, dear. It's your imagination. You really must not watch me all the time, James. I mean, it makes me self-conscious.
No, now. That's your imagination, Mary. If I've watched you, it was to admire how fat and healthy you've become. Nothing makes me happier, my darling, than to see you as you've been since you came back to us. Your old self again. So keep up the good work.
I will, dear. Oh, thank heavens the fog is gone. I do feel a bit out of sorts this evening. I didn't get enough sleep with that awful foghorn going all night long.
Yes, like having a sick whale in the backyard. Kept me awake, too.
Did it? You had a strange way of showing your restlessness. You were snoring so loud I couldn't tell which was the foghorn. 10 foghorns wouldn't wake you. You haven't a nerve in you. You've never had.
Nonsense. You always exaggerate about my snoring.
I couldn't. You could only hear yourself once. What's the joke, I wonder?
It's on me, I bet. You're always making up jokes about the old man.
Yes, it's terrible the way we all pick on you, isn't it? You're so abused. Well, no matter what the joke, it's a relief to hear Edmund laugh. He's been so down in the mouth lately.
Some joke of Jamie's, I'll wager. He's always making sneering remarks about somebody, that one.
Oh, now don't get off on Jamie. He'll turn out all right in the end, you'll see.
Well, he better start soon then. He's almost 34.
Good heavens, are they going to stay in the dining room all day? Jamie, Edmund, come into the living room. Let Kathleen clear the table.
You'd find excuses for him, no matter what he did. Shh.
I was just teasing your father about his snoring. I leave it to the boys, James. They must have heard you. Not you, Jamie. I could hear you all the way down the hall, almost as loud as your father. You're just like him. The minute your head hits the pillow, you're off. And 10 foghorns couldn't wake you. Why are you staring, Jamie? Is my hair coming down or something? It's getting hard to put it up properly. My eyes are so bad, and I never can find my glasses.
Your hair's all right, Mom. I was only thinking how well you look.
Just what I've been telling her, Jamie. You're so fat and sassy, there'll soon be no holding her.
Yes, you certainly look around, Mama. I'll back you up about Papa's snoring. Gosh, what a racket!
And I heard him too. The more I know his trumpet.
Well, if it takes my snoring to make you into Shakespeare instead of the dope sheets on the ponies, I'll keep on with it.
James, you mustn't be so touchy.
Yes, Papa. For Pete's sake, the first thing after breakfast. Give it a rest, can't you?
You mustn't mind Edmund, James. Remember, he isn't well. A summer cold makes anyone irritable.
It's not just a cold he's got. The kid's damn sick.
Why do you say that? It is a cold. Anyone can tell that. You always imagine things.
All Jamie meant was that it could be a touch of something else, too, that makes the cold worse.
Sure, Mama. That's all I meant.
Dr. Hardy says it could be a bit of malarial fever he picked up in the tropics. If so, quinine will soon cure it.
Dr. Hardy. I wouldn't believe a word he says if he swore on a stack of Bibles. I know what doctors are. They're all alike. Anything. They don't care what. Just to keep you coming to them. What is it? What are you looking at? Is my hair coming down again?
Your hair's fine, darling. The healthier, fatter you get, the more beautiful you are.
You mustn't be so silly, James, and right in front of Jamie. Will you listen to your father, Jamie? After 35 years of marriage, he isn't a great actor for nothing, is he? Well, I can't stay here with you any longer, not even to hear compliments. I have to see the cook about dinner and the day's marketing.
You're a fine nincompoop. Haven't you any sense? The one thing to avoid is anything that would get her more upset about Edmund.
All right. Have it your way. I just think it's the wrong idea to let her go on kidding herself. It's only going to make the shock worse when she has to face it.